All right, Troy Kearns bringing it to you from Mississippi, Biloxi, Mississippi. We are on Highway 90, Beach Boulevard, and we are headed to our flip. One of our many flips we've got going on in Mississippi right now. In fact, this one had a big bunch of views on TikTok. A lot of people were asking me like, what are you gonna do here? Because the biggest thing with this property is it's on a major street, but look at this beautiful white sand beaches. How did they get this white sand here in Mississippi? Truck it in. You're looking at the Gulf of Mexico right there. Get our rap music up a little bit up. We've been bumping out here in Mississippi. We're having a good time. This is one of my favorite places. I'm in love with Mississippi. You got all these cool, beautiful, just historic homes. Most of these homes did not last during Hurricane Katrina, so that's why they're gone right now. So one of the things people asked me, they said, why do you buy in places that flooded? Well, most of the stuff I buy is north of these train tracks right here. And that's a pretty specific reason, is because when I first came here, my agent, who we're just about ready to meet, said, I asked him, I said, well, what house is flooded? He said, everything south of the train tracks took on water, and everything north of the train tracks, because of the berm that the train sits on, it didn't get past that for whatever reason. That's what I've continued to do. This is a house that we're flipping. I'm not too concerned, because I'm not gonna own it forever, but you can see right here, this is our house right here where this fence is, and that was the main entrance was right here. This is the house. This was actually condemned by the city of Biloxi. We still got that garage. I don't know why we kept that up there. I thought we were taking that down. Comment below if you flip houses and you got an issue with your neighbors. I've got a neighbor who, he says he's not trying to be a pain in the ass, which always means he is trying to be a pain in the ass. He's like, you have like one of your fence posts on my land. So we looked at it and we're like, no, that's already been existing. It's been here the whole time. And he's like, oh, okay, well, I just wanted to make a neighborhood park. And if you don't mind, would you donate some of your land to us to make a neighborhood park after I've caused you all these problems and accused you of things? I'm like, yeah, no thanks. We got a new little driveway right here, all set and cute on the corner. I'm sure I know this is my neighbor right here. Sure, we're gonna have some issues. If you're just joining us right now, last time our entrance was right over here on this side. And actually the address was on this side. What brought me to Mississippi a long time ago was actually looking for land for like a whole situation where I was gonna be able to live off the grid. And then I started investing in real estate. I believe this neighbor over here, I don't want to wake him up, was trying to get the property from the city. So he had it condemned. We actually went into contract with the property. We got it uncondemned. I bet you that's him. Should I say hi? He's coming out for sure, for a reason. How you doing? Are you the guy I talked to on the phone? Troy. Hi, how you doing? I told you I'd be down here in a couple, didn't I say that? Oh, okay, how's it going? So we don't need to worry about caging our HVACs in Mississippi because they don't steal them here. To be honest with you, I haven't had any problems and we don't cage anything. We rebuilt this whole part of the house right here. This was falling down. So you can see that's all back together. Yes, my photographer, videographer, editor noticed that we use similar paint colors and similar door colors on our houses, and that's not by coincidence, that's on purpose.
I noticed all of Troy's doors are red, right?
We do that just so we don't have to think about a lot of stuff. But what you can tell is originally the driveway came right into here. Really your view was that train track, that busy highway. And so we changed it all so that your view is not that. And this house has come a long way. It looks really, really good. I mean, this place was a disaster zone. This is one of the houses I'm very proud of. It looks good. This is Mississippi. You don't need to go all the frills with major landscaping. Oh, what's up, dude? Greetings. I was just admiring it. It looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks great. It's a nice little property.
Well, you want to tell us what this property was like before, Alaine?
Oh yeah. So this house had major structural issues, right? The roof was like completely gone. There was no roof. I mean, basically it rained into the house. Unfortunately, a lot of the subfloor was damaged, but you were able to salvage some of it. And this was once a porch, but it was opened and you got a large living area, and that's an addition over there on that side. Kitchen was just all rotted. It was just terrible in here.
Yeah, so for those of you guys who said don't put appliances in my houses, matching appliances, what does that say? Frigidaire and Frigidaire. Are these new windows, Alaine?
No, they're not new, but they're not old either. They were replaced. They're double pane. They just need to be cleaned.
So you're coming in here and helping out with a punch list.
Mm-hmm.
Did we get into like a punch out fight the other way? Can we get a hug? Can we hug it out? What did I tell you to list this thing at? 180?
184,
some weird number.
963 or something like that. Yeah.
184 and change.
Right.
Do you think we'll get it?
I'm concerned that we'll get it just because of the square footage is a high square footage number in this area, and so that's my concern. I'd love to see us get it. As I mentioned to you recently, we've got a very similar floor plan about 1.5 miles from here that we're doing a rehab.
Have we gotten numbers before that you were shocked about?
Oh yeah.
Alaine. Do you remember that one?
Alaine. Mm-hmm.
What did we originally project that one to be like? You and I both said best case scenario. You said 135, I said 165. We priced it out at
200 or 199.
No, we got 220 for it.
But that's what you got for an offer.
We priced it at 189. We ended up selling it for 220.
Right.
So Mississippi, how's the real estate market here?
It's strong, and there's very little inventory.
Very little inventory. So that's why I told them to let go of 5 of my properties at a time. Is everything listed right now?
Everything except the 2 that we're doing the make ready on.
So we could stop by there maybe tomorrow or
Yeah.
Wednesday?
Sure.
So some of the properties that I've, how long have you been managing them for me?
Oh, this is 11 years.
11.
Yeah.
Has it been like just...
It's been God's country, man.
Right, so...
I've loved working with you. You know, alternately, we challenge each other.
Let's just talk about it. This guy's a tough dude. He's competed in Ironmans, but he's like a turtle with a stride, you know? But once he gets going, like seriously, I've been trying to tell him to flip for how long?
7 or 8 years.
And you just started, what, like 3 or 4 years ago?
Right.
And now you said I created a monster last time I talked to you the other day.
That's
How many
right.
you got going right now?
We've got 4 going right now.
4 going right now. Are you done kind of selling real estate? Besides the people.
I really enjoy doing the flips as opposed to doing the retail sales.
When I just called you up before, you're like, I'm doing what now?
I said, yeah, I wish I could just stay at my flips.
It's way more fun, right? To turn something around versus try to motivate a bunch of people to do stuff.
Yeah, you know, and you create your own energy and your success, and you're in control of everything as opposed to having to wait for people and work at their speed.
This is a funny story off topic here.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, on topic, how much more title of this do I have?
I think you've got at least, 5 or 6 cases, if not 10.
How long ago did I order it?
2 years, 2.5 years, 4?
Maybe 3 years ago. Because it was prior to COVID, right? We're
Okay.
2 years into COVID. It was 2019 for sure.
Have we? Yeah. Well, yeah. When you bought that,
We had like a semi-truck
that
full of...
gas station, yeah.
He ended up buying a storage house. There was one next door. We threw a lowball offer in on it. Then I bought a bunch of tile, and now we're sporadically throwing it through all of our houses here, but it still looks good.
It's good stuff. It's really nice. It's good, really nice.
Yeah, this is all from Floor and Decor.
Yeah.
So everything's from Floor and Decor. This is tile that we've had in the showroom. This stuff is our builder grade. So you're gonna come through here and kind of finish this up for me, you said?
Yep.
So
Yep.
what does that look like for you? Putting the transition strips on?
Transitions, there's a bunch of paint touch-ups, cleaning, any kind of trim out that's, not finished. There's a hole in the ceiling right
Did I create my
there.
own competition in this market?
What, with me?
Yeah.
No, I do not really compete with you because you like houses on acreage.
Generally, this one's not.
Generally, and
I like deals. I don't really care where they're at.
Well, I know, but your formula works really good. I like to stay in the city, and all my stuff is like
For now.
in neighborhoods.
For
yeah,
now. Watch this change, because he's just got his stride.
Right.
For now, that's okay. I hope that he's as successful as you're doing a house right now. You're working on buying one in Cape Cod, right?
Right.
And that's kind of outside your comfort zone.
Right.
Why?
Well, it's because the price is just kind of really high. Obviously it's a different market. Of course, you've proven and showed me you're here and you're from Las Vegas. Well, Kansas City now. Yeah. The market's really irrelevant. You just have to have good people.
That's it. So what happened here?
I don't know. So I think somebody was in the attic doing some work and
Fell through?
Yeah, I think that's what happened. So we'll go ahead and get that buttoned up.
So these are just basic fans here. What have you learned about flipping in the last few houses that has really been like eye-opening for you, that's kind of changing the way you do things? Because I know he's got a really good attention to detail. I've always said you've got a construction thumb. Have you changed anything that you've been doing that you started with in the beginning that's different than that?
Yeah. I think when you go into these things, your first thought is, I gotta make everything perfect, it's gotta be right, and you kind of like micromanage the process more than you normally would, and then you second guess yourself because you're trying to play the buyer and the seller at the same time. And then you realize once you get through the process a few times that it's like there's really no perfect home. However, once you understand the process, it's really just building the blocks, getting it done correctly. Once it's executed, it's done and it's good. You just keep moving through it and don't let your
What about
second
windows?
guessing.
I was hoping you were going to say something about windows.
Windows are just kind of like, I struggle with windows, but Look, you know, you got like I love houses with windows that are like these are good windows, even though they're dirty and they're 15 years old because they're double pane.
But we would still use them if they were single pane.
Absolutely, because they're still in good shape.
Yeah, the only time we would change them if they're rotty. If they're in bad shape, we're gonna change them out. But if they're in good shape,
You save them.
if they're partially in good shape,
Right.
we're gonna replace the ones that are bad.
Right.
Why? The reason I want to say this, I'm not trying to embarrass you, is because like he told me the other day, I was giving him crap the whole time about these windows. This is the one right across from your house, or right next to your house. And he's been a window guy the whole time. Windows, 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 windows. Every time he showed me at house, he'd be like, hey, this one's got new windows. So we know he likes the windows. So I'm like, what's going on with this flip? Oh, I'm like, don't, just go buy the ones at Home Depot. Don't get them custom ordered.
Right.
Get retrofit, which means that you might have to do a little extra trim. Even for me in the beginning, looking at that term, it was like, well, that's not perfect. It doesn't fit in this hole that's supposed to be there, right?
Right. Yeah, probably 2 houses, and I'm like, I'm done doing that. Just go ahead and go to Home Depot, pull them off the rack, and get it done.
Because how long?
Because it took me 4 months to get windows.
4 months. How much value do you think it added versus doing it the other way?
None. Zero.
Yeah. And it costs time.
Well, yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was time, and it was the same price, so we lost time.
One thing I've been doing lately is putting nicer vanities in. The vanity game at Home Depot has really improved.
I agree.
$177 for something like this these days.
Good deal.
It's a good deal. You got this. You don't have to put a granite countertop on it. But we got nice baseboards in here. Good sized baseboards.
Yeah, I will say, you know, look, you guys you hit all the high points when you do your flips. The baseboards, the color schemes, the doors, the trim out, the fixtures, the granite, the tile selections. You always hit all the high points. Can lights, there you go. And those are LEDs, which are just, you know, you don't want to do cans anymore. You know, I learned that from you, that, you know, you just have to, it's jewelry.
Yeah, except hit the jewelry really good. If you gotta paint your cabinets, add those poles on them. That really makes it pop.
Right.
Don't go crazy doing everything. Run the same floor system throughout.
Right.
Carpet in the bedrooms, nice pad. Is this an expensive carpet right here?
Nope.
Is it a nice pad though?
It's a good pad. It's a better than average pad, so you get the feel of a really good rug.
Right? You feel it?
A little bit of bounce in there.
So let me just break down the numbers for you. This is a $3.99 backsplash. This is a $2 square foot tile. This is $100 and something, maybe $200 vanity from Home Depot. These are all basic fixtures and lighting, but we just
Do you get those from Home Depot, or do you get them like from Amazon? It looks like Amazon.
Usually we do Amazon.
Yeah, I love Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon is changing the game for everybody with flipping. I mean, once they start selling building materials, it's over. So you got a nice sized master bathroom in here, good size house, good size closet, all new doors. You think someone's gonna like this house?
I love this house.
You think we'll get $185,000 for it?
You know, I'm optimistic. I just think the market isn't ready for that price, but we're gonna find out.
What did we pay for it? Do you remember?
Yeah, I think you paid $32 for it.
$32,000. So we're probably in this one for, I'm gonna guess about $70,000 in at least. So maybe 80. I'd have to double check on the numbers, just because of
Condition.
the condition of the house. One cool thing that was super cool was that we met actually the city of Biloxi.
Right.
What's his name? Jerry Krill.
Right.
Who's the head of code enforcement, the head of everything that goes on in Biloxi. And he took this house off of the demolition list because of the reputation that I have built. He said that personally to us out there, which I was super excited about. That we had built, that we actually fixed stuff the right way, so he's willing to work with us rather than knock over a house which costs them money, let us put it back together and make some money.
Right.
So that was cool on this house.
Yeah, this house really has it all. It's got a good sized living area, great sized kitchen, bedrooms are all good sized.
You got your master over there, which is super nice.
Split floor plan.
You put your kids over there, or your friend, or office. And I think the biggest improvement that we made, making the entrance on the opposite side.
Yep, absolutely. Changed the whole house.
We got a new address too, didn't we?
You did, because you're on Keesler now instead of Irish Hill.
Does that make a big difference when I sell the property?
Huge, because you're no
We
longer
didn't even
on a
ask for
start.
that. That just happened.
Well, you don't have a choice. They do it for you.
Oh, when we close this in, they just do it?
Well, yeah, when you change your
Yeah, but that happened before we even like told them about it.
yeah, well,
It
that's
was just kind of one of those.
that is interesting that they did that.
I think it's because that guy was pushing it to get demolished. You know what I mean? He was trying to. It just happened, but I was like, oh, that's cool. Why would someone want to invest in Biloxi, Mississippi?
Great price, great location. It's got beaches. It's a decent way of life. You got pretty decent, amenities and cost of living.
Where are you from?
I'm from Massachusetts.
How long you been down here?
25 years.
What did you start doing? Waiting tables down here?
That's right, baby.
So you were waiting tables in the casinos?
Yeah.
What brought you down here for that?
Actually, I met my wife down here working another job that I got transferred from, and so I moved over to the casinos.
I met you when you were pretty new to real estate, right?
Yeah, pretty new, a few years.
A few years in. I remember coming down there, you're showing me the map and everything. It's been a while now, huh?
11 years.
First house was 1108.
Oh yeah, I remember it well.
So I guess that's it, man. So hopefully we get 185,000. When do you think we'll have this thing on the market?
Next week.
Next week. So next week, this time, we'll have a full price offer for $185,000. Multiple offers, probably, based on this great price.
I hope we do. I'm thrilled.
Thank you for watching the whole video. Make sure you give us a subscribe. Make sure you give us a like. And as you can see, my buddy Alaine Harpin, who's been my realtor in Mississippi for the last 11 years, was super scared to get started, just like everybody is. Now he took a chance. He's 3 or 4 years into his flipping games. He's got 4 properties under contract right now that he's doing. Doesn't even want to sell real estate anymore. So what are you waiting for? Get started investing today. I'll help you out, I promise. We got a coaching program coming out soon. If you're interested in that, hit me up. Want to check out our podcast? Check that out, Troy Kern's podcast. Check out all of our social medias. We're on TikTok, Instagram, everything. Get started investing. You'll never regret it. Peace.